Signs, welcome to May. How you guys doing? Reading for you. In a few days, we are going to be moving, the North Node is collectively moving into Gemini, so I'm going to be doing a video about that for the morning messages on Friday. Morning messages are Monday through Friday. Show up at 7 a.m. We're going to be talking about the North Node, and we are going to be doing some North Node classes in May. The North Node, for those of you who don't know, is what shows you your mission in life. What's your purpose? So we're going to be doing some basic classes, an advanced class, a recorded class, all kinds of ways you can access that information. So you'll see that on the website showing up on May 1st. Okay, if you're watching this and it's before May 1st, it's going to show up on May 1st. All right, let's see what's going on for you, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This should feel like a very comfortable move, moving into North Node for you guys, especially the Gemini, because it's about asking questions and information. This one jumped out at me, so I'm taking it. Poised. Ready. Are you ready? I think you are. I think you are. Breathe, my darlings, breathe. It's all going to work out just great. Yep, there it is. There's the Gemini North Node asking why. You remember when you were a little kid, when, well, maybe you don't, but I bet your parents do, when it was the time for, why is this? Why is that? Why is the sky blue? Why does this happen like this? Why? All right, that's what it's going to feel like, or you're going to, the energy of it. There may be a lot of people embracing that, right? The whole point of the North Node is to embrace that energy. But for some people that can be very daunting and scary. So they go back to their Sagittarian South Node of my philosophy, what I believe. You can expand yourself quite a bit if you're embracing the new energy of the North Node. You in particular, I feel like you already know a lot of stuff, and it's not about an old philosophy. This is about embracing new things coming in that are could be upsetting to your belief system. But I feel like a lot of you, since you're on the path of being teachers and leaders, are already there, right? It's a comfortable spot for you, especially if you're a Gemini, have a lot of Gemini or a lot of air in your chart. It's probably very comfortable for you. 5 of Wands underneath. Whoopsie, Hermit. Knight of Cups. 2 of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, 10 of Swords right in the middle. All right, you've got you got 3 knights here. 3 knights. This is what I'm talking about. Look at, the universe is telling you new information. So it really is about this is about a very meditative state. Okay, this is about, and Hermit as well, shining a light on new information. Also, what is it that I believe, and why do I believe it? Why do I believe what I believe? Does it come from family? Is it something that I just took for granted that is true? I feel like there's going to be some kind of like, wow, revelation. At a crossroads right now. Yes, Fool. Page of Cups. Look at that. The Fool showing up, and the new revelations can be about how you've been living your life on this planet, how you've been doing things. And it's also, you're also shining your light. This is about other people. You can be shining your light for other people, opening up information for people that they may have been resisting. Okay, they may have been resisting for a long time. Knight of Cups and 2 of Pentacles. This is a time of, it is a time of movement. You know, we're having all of these retrogrades, a couple of retrogrades happening in May. By the end of May, we'll have 5, and then Mercury and Mars later on. So it's going to be massively retrograde-y kind of energy, which means reassessing, reevaluating. It's not about action taking Mars externally yet. Mars goes into retrograde later this summer or later this year. And it is about looking back at things that you took for granted, things you believed in. Looking that right in the face. See how the Fool is looking the Knight of Pentacles right in the face. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest energy. It's also earth energy. So it can be about looking at things you believed in as it relates to how the world works. Your 3D life. I do feel like for some of you, there is an offer coming, a romantic offer. 4 of Pentacles, Page of Swords. This person has been holding back for a long time. Okay, because also reuniting, reunions. This person has been waiting for a long time. This person could be a Virgo, Sag, more Virgo energy, Virgo, Sag. This person is also done with an old way of life. Okay, that's what's going to bring this person back around. Right? They're also done. Because see how they were like, okay, Knight of Wands, looking back to the past. Looking back to the past. Looking back at other people. Right? Knowing that that is not the way forward. An apology showing up by this person. Like I said, we'll look at Virgo and Sag in the extended. You're going to be presented with possibly 2 offers, or you're just taking some time to decide about it. What do I do? Because in this re-energy, in this, here's manifesting and the Emperor. See how the Emperor is not really doing anything. This is Mars energy, but kind of just evaluating, re-evaluating. There could be an offer on your plate already, and a person from the past comes back and makes another offer. The person that's coming in, Virgo, Sag. I feel like you have manifested this person to come back in. The action is all going on internally. There's no 3D action. The 3D action is the offer, could reach out via text. They've been holding back for a long time, but they want to make this offer, 10 of Cups, holding back. I also feel like you've been holding back quite a bit. Being in this place of breathe and why, and you could also be asking yourself, why now? Why is this person showing up now? It's got to be more than just the retrogrades, right? Why is this happening now? You are poised on the head of a pin here, moving forward into a new life. So everything that you're reevaluating, it's like, what am I going to take with me? I feel like you do travel light, but the biggest issue you may face is, what do I do about my day-to-day 3D experience, right? If I'm moving into being on a more spiritual path, which Fool is much more spiritual path, the Knight of Pentacles, what is heavy in your life? What is obligation? And I mean that in a negative way, okay? When I say that, like, because commitments you've made and people in your life that are light in energy, that are joyful, that bring you happiness, that you bring happiness to them in a balanced way, that's not what I mean by obligation. What I mean here is, what are the things that you have always thought you are responsible for, thought you're supposed to be doing, shoulds, the shoulds of the world, the shoulds. Could be leaving behind the shoulds. Well, I should do this, I should do that. And sometimes it feels good to do those things. Sometimes it feels not so good, right? Like, you might have a family member who has a birthday, and every year it's just like, I need to do this because they're a family member, but boy, generosity comes from an open heart. And I'm not feeling that open heart about this. I feel like you might be like, you know what? I'm not doing that anymore. It's not genuine from me. It's not real. All right. So the 10 of Swords in the middle here, this is over the next 10 days to 10 weeks, that this new energy of the Gemini North Node is really going to be loud. You're going to be asking yourself, why am I doing this? Why is this person showing up again? Why do I feel obligation around this situation? Why? So everything that comes across your path, you're going to be embracing that. You're also going to be looking very, very deeply into the other people in your life. Why are they here? What's the purpose of that relationship for me? Going to be a very important time over the course of this next, Gemini is going to stay in North Node for 18 months. So there's a long time of this, but the Pluto retrograde stays for like 6 months. Jupiter's in retrograde, right? There's all the Saturn, all of these things happening in May and moving forward. We are having another Mercury retrograde in June. At the end of June, again, the Jupiter conjunct Pluto piece that we talked about a month ago, that we talked about at the beginning of April, is happening again. That happens again in November. So there's just all of these things happening that are going to be ginning up how I believe, what do I believe, how do I believe, who do I believe, what do I want to bring forward with me, and what about my past life is too heavy for me to carry with me forward. Okay, so let's keep going here. I am going to look at, like I said, I will look at Aries, Sag, Virgo. Aries, Sag, Virgo in the extended. I'll also pull a card from that timing deck. Okay? All right, my darlings. Link is below for you. Air sign, May 1st. See you over there.